Hello everyone, welcome to Joking Dolphin on YouTube. I'm Mark, and as always, I'm joined by Matthew.
Hello.
And Nathan.
How's it going, Mike?
I'm not explaining that one for the viewers. This is Top of the Pod, and this is where we take different aspects of games, and then we make them compete against each other in a bracket tournament to see which is the best, or maybe occasionally the worst. But on this occasion, it's the best. So this episode, it's the best Xbox One exclusive. So we have 8 games. One caveat to this is we've only included games that at least one of us has played.
Yeah.
So if we haven't played them, we can't really add it to it, because otherwise that wouldn't be fair, would it? Right. Shall we begin with the first one then, lads?
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's go.
Right. So the first one we have is Halo 5 Guardians against State of Decay 2.
Ooh,
Interesting.
very different games. Like State of Decay 2, if you've not played that game before, basically you're a survivor in a post-apocalyptic world with zombies, and you're basically part of a community. I think what's quite different about it is that if somebody dies within your community, then they're gone. So you need to be really careful about how you use people, because obviously you don't want them to die if they don't have to.
No, that would be bad.
It's the way I describe it is it's The Walking Dead in game form, because you've got to try and build your community. There's other factions of people as well. You've got to be wary of the zombies. You've got to go out looking for supplies. So it is quite an interesting game, and it's quite different from like the hack and slash of like Dead Rising, for example. It's got some really fun elements. It's quite glitchy at times, I'll say that. Has anybody seen any glitches?
I've not played State of Decay 2 myself. I've watched the gameplay of it. I do quite like the look of it, but no, I've not seen any glitches. Well, how glitchy is it?
Well, sometimes like when you're driving somewhere and like your car goes like off road, it'll flip out and like weird stuff will start happening. Sometimes where you kill zombies, they'll fly across the screen. They're just all hosts of things that could go wrong. The difference between State of Decay 2 and the first one is that you've got multiplayer now, so you can invite your friends to be part of your group. So that's a good addition.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't see myself playing the game on my own. I think it's something I'd probably have to play with you.
Yeah, definitely.
That's all I have to say about that.
Yeah. So shall we move on to talking about Halo 5?
You can do, I suppose.
So for this one, Cortana, the blue bombshell, goes rogue. It's quite a bleak ending. Have any of you played it before?
Yeah,
No.
I have.
Because it pulls at the heartstrings a bit, because basically Cortana turns on Master Chief or John near the end, and it's kind of they've got to try and escape from her and like try and regroup. I mean, in terms of the gameplay itself, it's a Halo game. We know by now with the previous iterations. But you play most of it as like, well, as is the name, as the Guardians and their group. And
This is. I have to say, I wasn't a big fan of this game. To be quite honest myself.
Yeah.
The lack of Master Chief. I thought this is where one of the points where Halo started losing its way.
Yeah.
It wasn't like promises what we're hoping from Infinite, and that looks like that's going down the pan as well. So, but anyway,
we'll see how that goes. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it was the best Halo game.
I remember I played this. It was on one of the free to play weekend Xbox. So I just played this whole game over 2 days. It's like, right, because it was going to end, that Sunday, I think. So I was like, right, I'll just get it done. Because I've done all the other 4 on this collection. And so I just weren't a fan, to be quite honest.
Oh, well.
Right. Well, I think based on that conversation, I think State of Decay 2 maybe has to move.
Well, I don't know because I've not played State of Decay 2 either. So
saying that, yeah. So from what we've explained of State of Decay 2 and what you've seen of it versus Halo 5 Guardians, what do you think?
I think I'd play State of Decay 2 over Halo 5 again.
What do you reckon, Matt? What are your thoughts?
I mean, I've not played Halo 5 Guardians, so I couldn't really comment on the quality of that game. I mean, from everything that I've heard from here and like the general public of it is that it's a pretty weak Halo game. So, which doesn't sound good, but and then with State of Decay 2, I've played it. I've not played it. I played it for a couple of hours. It's a good evolution of what was there with the first game, because I played a lot of the first game and I really enjoyed it. I really liked the survival aspect and keeping your community happy and well fed. And then as you keep on growing it, you've got to move from place to place and stuff. And number 2 really
built on it.
Built on that, yeah. The only thing that really kind of stopped me continuing was, as mentioned previously, it was a buggy game at launch. There's quite a few times where the game actually crashed and just couldn't quite handle the amount of zombies that started chasing me in a car, which was quite fun.
Yeah.
But I suppose personally, I could probably only put forward State of Decay 2 just because it's the only one that I've played, unfortunately.
Yeah. Okay. So, well, maybe a controversial thing for the Halo audience, but I think we're gonna have to move on to State of Decay 2 to the semi-finals.
Yeah. I'd go with that. I'd have to go with that. Right. Second match. We've got Rare Replay.
Yeah.
Sunset Overdrive.
Ooh. Wow. This is a difficult one because you've got to think about all the games that go into the Rare Replay collection, because there's some fantastic games in there. Like the Banjo-Kazooie games, Banjo-Tooie, Cameo. I really liked Cameo on the 360. That was a launch title. A bit cartoony, but as a game, I really enjoyed that one. What else? Conker's Bad Fur Day. Battletoads. Viva Pinata. Can't forget that classic. Yeah, so many good games on that on Rare Replay.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But is it enough to beat the craziness that is Sunset Overdrive? Because that's absolutely wild. Like when
I love Sunset Overdrive. I think it's really good fun. I think it might have been the first. I think it might have been the first Xbox One game I played. Or certainly one of. Was it a launch title or near launch?
I think
it was a launch title. I believe it was a launch title.
Yeah, so that explains why it was. But yeah, it sort of reminded me of a Saints Row in that sort of craziness in terms of open world.
Yeah, definitely with the latter
zombies appearing. Zombies appearing from an energy drink. Or secrets or whatever. What was the energy drink called now? I can't remember. What's it called? Overdrive, was it?
I don't think it was called Overdrive. I'm not sure.
Just a question for both of you. What was your character like on Sunset Overdrive? Because mine had like a blue and white afro and a ginger beard, and just wore some crazy clothes. Or were yours a little bit more reserved?
I had a female character with purple hair. I think I remember as much. That's all I really remember.
I think mine was a female character as well. Mine was like very kind of punk rock, kind of pink purple hair. Had the
Mhm.
Yeah, mine was something like that.
The jacket with the badges on and like punk little glasses as well.
Yeah.
I think mine was.
Yeah.
I thought. Go on.
I was just going to say, it's such a fun game, like traversing around the city, because you can like grind on things to like get yourself around.
Grind of wires and all that.
Yeah, that was
traversal
really
was really, really well done. I thought it captured the essence of speed, getting around and shooting was really well done.
Mhm.
A lot of fun.
Yeah. And then the arcade kind of style of it as well. Like when you get to the point where you're against those like popping like zombie things, and it just comes out with pop on the screen when you're just killing a load of them at once. That was really fun. But yeah, that's just a crazy mental game.
Absolute mental, yeah.
And I only started playing it recently. But I mean, I paid £3 for it, and it's definitely worth £3.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's absolutely worth more than £3.
I'm just sorry that I didn't pick it up earlier, to be honest.
Yeah.
But
I do wish I'd completed it. I got so far. I think I did like maybe the first or second boss character in there. There's one where it's like a floating, not floating, but like a flying. It's like a teddy bear, something like that. You have to like grind around it and stuff, and it's absolutely mental. But it's so really good.
Some great weapons in that game.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the weapons were hilarious.
Yeah, there's the rocket teddy bear thing. It just creates a big explosion in the shape of a teddy bear's head. Great stuff.
Yeah.
I've never played Rare Replay, so.
Have you played any of the games that are part of it? Like on the N64 or?
I don't think he would have done it.
Probably have. Well, not really. Not that I can really remember. I don't know whether to accept this to go through anyway, because it's technically not games for this generation. If you see what I mean.
Yeah, because it's a collection. Yeah.
But I just think Sunset Overdrive is just great anyway. So. Anyway, for me, it was Sunset Overdrive. But I don't know what your thoughts on Rare Replay are. I don't know if you feel strongly about it.
I feel strongly about Cameo. That's the only game that I thoroughly enjoy, and I've got that for the 360, so I can play it on that if I wanted to. I've had such a good time with Sunset Overdrive that I think I'd put that through. Plus the basis that the other games are previous gen. So, but yeah, I'd go Sunset Overdrive as well.
Sure thoughts, Matt.
I think I'm probably in agreement. Like, I do like the Rare Replay. Like, I do like my Banjo Kazooie and Perfect Dark. That's banger of a first person shooter. Probably not a sequel, unfortunately, but I think it's just too much about Sunset that that's just done so well, and you can tell like the developers probably just had a lot of fun making that kind of game and been given that kind of license to do pretty much what they wanted by Microsoft. So yeah, I'd put Overdrive.
Was it Insomniac?
It was Insomniac, yeah.
Yeah.
Just
You
checking.
can see with a lot of the
Let's have a sequel,
animations
please.
where I don't think they'll ever do a sequel.
Nah, I can't see it happening. But
Too late. They're bought by Sony now. So.
Well,
unless Sony allow them to do a sequel on the.
It depends where the IP lies into.
True. I'd have thought Microsoft would be silly to lose it though.
Yeah, I'd totally be down for a sequel. Though.
Yeah. No, I think we got a clear way in there as well.
So Overdrive, second round. Right.
Cool.
Third game. No, third match. Yeah.
Third match. Yeah.
So we've got Gears 5 against Forza Horizon 4.
Oh, don't do this to me, Mark. Why?
Right.
This is going to be a fight between you two because I've not played either.
All of these at random, by the way, viewers.
Right. Not just to upset Nathan. I love them both for different reasons.
I've not played Gears 5. But
yeah. Shall we kick it off with?
Fly the flag for that one.
Shall we kick it off with Forza first? Then we can have a conversation about that one. I think Forza is the most beautiful game on any console of the last generation.
Wow.
Well, sorry, the most beautiful racing game, I'll say.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So not just in
I was
general.
like, whoa.
Yeah, that's
a big
quickly
claim,
now,
wasn't
hasn't
it?
Yeah.
That's
I got carried
Fair enough.
away.
I'm fully in agreement, but I haven't played.
I could see it. I could see it for racing games. Sure.
It is very nice looking. It
Yeah.
is very nice.
So if anyone doesn't know and has not played Forza Horizon 4 yet, it's set in the British countryside generally. I'll tell you what, it's really fun going through dry stone walls. They just feel like nothing. Like as you like speeding through the countryside, you smash into a wall. It's just like going down like dominoes. I think so. Yeah.
Just like points.
You get points.
Not very realistic, is it? Don't try that in real life.
Yeah.
No coppers anyway.
Yeah, where are they? Oh, anyway, Tory Britain. Enough said. Yeah.
Just throw
what was I going to say? Yeah, there's a good variation of racing types as well, because there's like the off-road style, there's the circuit style races, and then there's also stunts as well. So eventually in the game you get called by a like a movie director, so you can do like movie stunts. I thought that was a really fun aspect. And there's
I kept rolling my car on that first.
Did you?
Yeah. It's a massive jump.
Mm.
I kept hitting like the curve because it goes down a hill, doesn't it? But I kept clipping the top of the hill and just going barrel rolling downhill. But
yeah,
so that's rewind.
Yeah,
I had to rewind about 6 times before.
Yeah, that's a good aspect of it as well. The rewind. I think when I first,
it's something that they've had in like the Formula One games.
Yeah,
because normally if you're like crashing that's it, end of race. So I think they put that in it.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's a good thing because one thing I will give about Horizon that sometimes the braking can be a bit difficult. Or you might just overshoot your turns. So yeah, the whole rewind thing is good. I do like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I love Forza Horizon 4. Great game. I think it's I've not played many of them, but it's the best Forza game that I've ever played, personally.
I played Forza 6, Forza Motorsport 6, which came with my Xbox One.
Yeah.
Already installed on it. I didn't really play it that much. I did like it. It looked very nice, but I didn't really play it. But I think it's the Britishness of this one that's weird.
Yeah, because you're just razzing through the countryside with like.
Particularly now we're in lockdown now. It's like it's our only chance to get around Britain. So.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Let's go on a holiday, go on a nice drive. One nice aspect of it is that as you're driving through the map, it shows people in cars with your friends' gamer tags. So I'm sure you'll have ran me off the road a couple of times, Mark.
Yep, and I will do it every time I see you. I will stop doing what I was doing and just turn and just chase you down.
Cheers, mate. Thank you. Right. Okay. So let's move on to Gears 5.
You're gonna have to fly the flag for this one because I'm not.
That's fine. I love Gears of War, the franchise, and I love Gears 5. I can't wait for Gears 6. I'm so disappointed every time I finish a game at the end of like where the series is so far because I just want more. Just give me more of it.
Give me more.
Because I played the original trilogy, and then probably a few months ago now, I've decided to pick Gears 4 up because I wanted to give the Xbox a bit of love. And I played that, and I'm like, wow, really loved it. And I'm like, right, next, Gears 5. Breezed through that in about 2 days. Loved that as well. I mean, if you've not played Gears of War before, there's a gun with a chainsaw on that you can use to cut through enemies. That's all I'm going to say. There's also a gun that contacts a satellite that like rains down like a beam of energy and just destroys anything in its path. That's such a cool weapon. Yeah, there's just so much to it. in Gears 4 and 5, you're playing as the son of the main character in the first game, 3 games that you play as, Marcus Phoenix. And yeah, you just basically continue in that story. There's... Oh, come on, brain. We can cut this bit out. Yeah, so eventually you're against this... you're against these, well, not aliens as such, because you find out in this game where the Covenant... not the Covenant, that's Halo.
Locust.
The Locust come from. So
by the way, can we have no spoilers, because I want to play this?
Okay, right. So yeah, anyway, you find out where the locusts come from and you go down that rabbit hole. And there's some really chilling moments because you get to this lab where they did like loads of experiments and things. And I think they just did that bit so well. That's a fantastic bit of the game. And then you get to a point where you play as a couple of characters throughout the game. So you can play as Marcus's son or you can play as this other character. And it gets to a point later on.
That memorable character.
That memorable other character. I can't remember off the top of my head. And you have to make a decision later on, basically, who lives and who dies.
Oh, right.
Sorry, Mark. Spoiler there.
No spoilers, and he just carries on going into it, doesn't he? Already spoiled Halo 5 for me. Thanks.
Anyway, the end of Gears 5 ends with like a cliffhanger. And then now I'm just anticipating Gears 6 and I can't wait. I just want them to do it now. Why didn't they do it for launch? Anyway.
But what actually is it about Gears 5 that makes it good then? Is it the combat? Is it the graphics?
Yeah, I think it's a mix between the combat and the graphics. I like the combat because there's quite a bit of like stealth to it, so you've got to like hide behind things and then pick your time to shoot. There's a really good myriad of enemies for you to fight. So there's the Locust. There's basically there's like an internal fight between your human factions as well. So they've got their own people. And if you don't know the Locust, there's like just tons of different types of them. There's like massive spider-looking creatures, which might not like. And then to like the grunts, and then there's these like little monkey-style things that scream at you and just run after you. There's things that explode. Yeah, just a whole host of different things. But I'd say that generally the gunfights in the gameplay just fantastic. The story is great as well. Some points of it nearly forces a tear. But yeah, I've not cried yet. But yeah, I really love Gears 5, and it's a worthy successor in the franchise. But yeah, give me Gear 6. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay, decision time then.
I mean, it's a fight between you two, so.
Well, I can only go Forza because I've not played Gears, so
yeah,
it's mainly a tussle in Nathan's head.
Oh wait, so if he goes Gears, then it's like, oh,
it's up to you.
You're gonna leave
you, man. Right, I'm going to go Gears. I'm going to force the situation.
Okay. I mean, my history with both franchises is probably not as fleshed out as your guys is. Just trying to think. See, I know like the most latest Forza that I probably played was like maybe 3, but on the demo. And I liked the look of Forza Horizon 4 purely just because it's set in the UK. Anything that's set in the UK is like a winner for me. So
automatically gets points.
Yeah.
So
Gears. I mean, Gears is good, but I always take points from it that like I think the multiplayer is not as good as it should be. Decision. So I'm gonna have to break Hell, Nathan. I think I might have to go for Forza Horizon 4.
Fair enough.
Oh, that's fine.
I
remember I only picked it because it's the only one I played. If I'd played Gears 5, I might well have gone for it.
Thing is, I'm not. Thing is for Gears for me is that it always has really good campaigns. Always well done. And the co-op in it is really good as well. But it's just the multiplayer. I don't know what it is about the multiplayer that just I can't get into Gears multiplayer.
It's fairly bare bones, isn't it? It's just a team of people fighting on maps generally.
But is that what? So you're basing your choice on the multiplayer then? I thought you would have based it on single player. I'm not saying that if you haven't played.
You could say yeah. Well, let's say I've not played Gears 5. I played Gears 4 to a certain point. I didn't get too far in it, and I was enjoying it. But I think I have to look at like the overall packages that like Forza just offers a lot more than what I think Gears does. There's just so much more content that Forza can offer I suppose for racing enthusiastics, that there's like so many different cars you can get and tune them up and I don't know. You're making me feel like I should switch decision now.
No, it's down to whatever you feel. It is a tough choice.
I mean, they're both great games. Can't get away from that.
I think I'll stick with Forza.
Maybe a controversial choice for some people, but them's the breaks. It's okay. Forza Horizon 4 goes through.
This is the difficulty of doing this list without not actually playing the games.
Yeah, well. So the final of the first round. So we've got Sea of Thieves against Halo: The Master Chief Collection.
Oh Christ!
It's a clear choice for me, but whether it's the same for everyone else, I don't know. For me, it's the Master Chief Collection. I don't think there's enough content in Sea of Thieves.
Well, it's online only. That's the thing. You've got to have Xbox Live Gold to be able to play it.
Off-putting, I find. If you could have a single player in it, I could have a very, very different thoughts about it. I could have enjoyed that game, I think. But I can't go with Sea of Thieves, I'm afraid. But I don't know your experiences of it. So.
Personally, I've not played it, Sea of Thieves. I like the concept, like getting together with your friends on a boat, smashing other people's boats up. Yeah, love all that. Going to find treasure. And like the adventure side of it, great. But I think the thing that holds it back is that there's no single player. And you've got to have Xbox Live Gold. So say you're going to buy the game and a year's worth of gold, that's what, 60, 70 quid before you've even started.
Because they have added these sort of story mission kind of things, haven't they? But you're still in the online world.
Yeah.
So you can still be, well, let's be honest, trolled by other ships, other crew members. So it just puts me off. It really does.
Yeah, I'd go with the same. I think for the amount of content you've got in the Master Chief Collection, you've got every single Halo game, bar Halo Wars 2 and Halo 5.
Yeah. I don't remember Halo Wars being in there either. The first
Is
one.
Halo Wars not in there either?
I don't think it is.
Let me check.
I'd be massively surprised.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry, Halo Wars is not there either.
Can I play devil's advocate in this one?
Kushka.
I could do, yeah. I mean, I suppose I've played quite a bit of Sea of Thieves, and I quite enjoyed it, even playing by myself. Funnily enough.
Okay.
Do
you get trolled or attacked very much when you play?
I got trolled, but I somehow maybe not trolled. Probably not trolled. I was attacked once when I'd gone to an island, got a couple of treasures. Was on my way back to hand them off, and there was just this. There was this 4 4-man crew having a go at me. I can't remember how I did it, but I somehow managed to like get away from them and make them feel like they were sinking probably worse than what I was off. So I don't think they were that good or organized against me, but I somehow got away with it and managed to bank with treasures. I think it's that concept of like being able to be a pirate and just have your own ship or crew and sail anywhere, kind of do what you want. Is really appealing. On the flip side of that, I mean, it's the entire collection of Halo games that we all fondly remember.
Well, that's it. Like, well, I don't want to put words into your mouth, but Halo, the first one, kind of got you into Xbox.
Well, no, that's not a lie. I mean, playing the very first Halo is what flipped me on my thoughts on the Xbox. So, I suppose the only thing that I can try and put something against the Master Chief Collection is that it's games that we can play on previous generations.
There's that as well.
Same as
we did table that with Rare Replay.
That
yeah,
we can have a negative on that one, but at the same time, it's Halo. I think I'm gonna have to
I think the difference between this and Rare Replay is that it's just the size and content of the actual games themselves are very large compared to like Rare Replay.
I don't know. Have you seen some of the speedruns of Halo games? Like, absolutely ridiculous.
Even that's because they're not shooting; they just run a leg at it.
Exactly. You're playing a game how you shouldn't do, but it's a speedrun. I think I'll give it for Master Chief Collection as well. I think I'll put that through.
I think if I played with the crew on Sea of Thieves, I might get into it. But
yeah.
I think you should all get it and play it with me.
Well, I've got it.
Start getting into it.
I've just not got gold. So.
I need to get it and gold.
I probably need gold as well.
Well,
or at least the was it the Xbox Game Pass Ultimate now? Because I'll probably just play it on PC now. It's there because I've not got my Xbox hooked up.
So, well, yeah, I'm gonna have to go Master Chief Collection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the semi-final, if all my games are going to show.
No, because they're all green
All
boxes.
disappeared.
Right. So
green screen.
So semi-final one is State of Decay 2 against Sunset Overdrive.
Ooh.
I don't know why you're doing that. I think this is an easy choice, but
Sunset Overdrive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, well, Sunset Overdrive.
State of Decay 2 for me, it's kind of the same thing as Sea of Thieves, really. I'd probably need to play it with the group. Tested it. I've never played it, so. But Sunset Overdrive is just really good anyway. So I think even if I'd played State of Decay 2, I think I still would have played Sunset. Preferred.
I think State of Decay 2 is good in terms of the content and what it does, but I don't think when you look at a game, for me, it's about the fun and what that gives you. And I think Sunset Overdrive, in terms of these two games, you can't beat it.
It's just wacky, isn't it? I just like wackiness.
That's it.
Yeah,
it's just a bit more unique than most of the games. Probably at that time.
Well, probably even right now, I think it's quite the most unique, at least Xbox exclusive that I've played. So
yeah,
whether that's a sad look on Xbox this generation.
Last generation. Things like shooters, don't they?
Well, that was it. I mean, if you want to shoot, if you want a console for pure shooters, I think Xbox is probably the way to go. And probably racing as well. I'd probably give racing kudos. Although there's a lot of hardcore Gran Turismo fans out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just don't think Xbox really had a good mix of exclusives, unfortunately.
No. What's rendered this entire thing going to be what pointless, hasn't it?
Yeah, let's just
Xbox hasn't had
turn
good
off the
exclusives.
cameras.
Yeah. Episode over.
But hey, we're picking the best ones that they did have.
Yeah, the best ones that
there
we
we go.
played
There
at
we go.
least. So.
Yeah, that's it.
But-
I mean, you've got like Forza Motorsport 7. That's supposed to be really good. And Ori and the Will of the Wisps at the time wasn't exclusive. That's a really nice platformer. So there are games that we have like missed out that we could potentially put in. So yeah.
Unfortunately, missed
I have to go for that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd agree. Yep.
All right. So, semi-final 2. Forza Horizon 4 against Halo the Master Chief Collection. Ooh.
My nostalgia is swaying my judgment.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm just remembering all the memories I've got with all the Halo games, and it outweighs.
Oh,
Oh no. Mark, this is your fault.
Go on, Matt. You know the words.
There's no words, so I don't need to say anything.
Right. Anyway. Yeah, I think as a package, and for all the memories that I've had with all the individual Halo games. Yeah. But Forza Horizon 4 is just such a fantastic racer.
yeah. Oh,
But it's not got the Warthog. I'd love rising around the English
it has got the
countryside.
Warthog.
Has it?
I think so. I think you can get it in one of the
I
packs.
think one of the Forzas has got.
I think one of the packs you can get it. I'm sure I noticed it on the thing.
Changing
Look at
lives,
the
Mark.
cards. Nope, don't quote me on that. But I think you can. I think I saw it.
Is it?
I will never buy it because I didn't like the Warthog.
Is it
What's it
Horizon
called?
Rio? Is it Horizon 3 or Horizon 4 that's got the Lego add-on?
That's
Is that 4? Because that's quite fun. I mean, they had the Hot Wheels 1 and 3 as well. That looked a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think for everything that it is for me, I'd say the Master Chief Collection.
It's got good.
Even though Forza Horizon 4 is a fantastic racing game, it just did. Sorry, go on.
A combination of quantity and quality, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. Like Forza's not giving me the feels like Halo has.
But again, it's previous generations games, isn't it?
That's it.
Rose tinted glasses there.
I don't care anymore.
Are we doing it for nostalgia? It's like if they end up doing it for the next gen, the upgrade. Are we then going to say that's the best one?
Yeah.
Well, they've already upgraded the Master Chief Collection for the Series X, haven't they? So.
Yeah. Well, I guess it depends what other exclusives they come out with then.
What do you guys think?
So you're pushing for Master Chief Collection?
Yes.
Oh, this is such a tough one.
Apologies.
I can see why you've gone for that. I do really like Forza. I'm having a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, it is a really fun game. Just like the amount of vehicles that you can play with, and the types as well.
For me, this is the hardest one so far.
This is why I wish I'd played a little bit more Xbox this generation, fortunately.
Well, you can show the Series X a bit of love for the current gen.
Are you telling me like which console to buy at this point?
Yeah.
Right. I
Buy them
suppose we're all
both.
getting a Series X this year then.
No, we won't. We won't be able to get them from anywhere.
Well, that's it.
Well,
We'll have to go
there's
and
that.
nick one.
Yeah. Anyway, what do you reckon, Matt?
Me. I don't know. It's one of those things. It's I think I recognize how good Forza Horizon 4 is, but without actually playing it, it's kind of. I'm swaying kind of to the one side that I've played.
Mm. It's on a knife edge.
No, don't like it. I think
I'm gonna have to go ahead and say I'm gonna have to go for Halo just because I've played it.
I think when push comes to shove, I think I'd probably go Halo. At the end.
Yeah.
To take nothing away
Are
from
you
Forza.
sure?
Yeah.
Take nothing away from Forza, but I think it might have to be Master Chief Collection.
All right. Well, there we go. Semi-final 2 done.
Right, so the
That's
final.
it, the final. Do-do-do-do.
No,
Do-do-do-do-do.
Big one. So the big one, it is Sunset Overdrive against Halo, the Master Chief Collection.
I'll be honest with you. I never saw it going this way. But
Really?
this is where we are. Yeah.
Well, he saw Gears 5 winning it.
He was probably hoping it would be Gears 5.
I honestly thought either Forza Horizon 4 or Gears 5.
Oh, so that's why you were. That's why you were disappointed that was in the first round.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, yeah.
His final in his head
I
was the
see.
first round.
It's like being kicked out of the sweepstake at football.
All right.
Anyway.
Sunset Overdrive Master Chief Collection. Oh boy.
Fun versus nostalgia. What's it going to be?
Mm.
Well, Halo's fun, but
I was
it's
gonna
not
say-
as wacky as Sunset Overdrive, is it? Do you want a blue and white hairdo, or do you want the Master Chief? Let me just look at him.
Yep. I'm just gonna come out with it. I'm gonna go with Sunset Overdrive
Wow.
because I'm thinking it's an actual exclusive for the Xbox One. It's a unique game. It's an original game on the platform. I'm gonna get rid of nostalgia for this
I
one.
get it on PC now though.
Stop putting hurdles in way.
Look, all we care about is that you can't get on PlayStation.
I'm gonna go with Sunset Overdrive because it's its own thing. It's its own unique game for the platform. I can't go with nostalgia on this one.
45 campaign missions.
Believe me, it is very good. The Master Chief Collection, it is very, very good. But I can't go with it. Master Chief Collection, I feel like I'm sort of cheating.
Yeah, it ruins the sanctity of Top of the Pod if we went for a load of games from previous generations. I know I'm going back on what I said before, but
We did this, but we ended up putting it ahead of Forza.
I know.
So why is it suddenly like a bad point now because it's going against Sunset?
It just feels like something that was made for this generation should win.
I agree.
What do you reckon, Matt?
And plus, it's very rare you actually get an excellent actual launch title.
Yeah, true.
And it's ended up standing the test of time then since its launch, because, well, as I say, I still think it's up there with the best of the exclusives.
Mm.
It's a difficult one because I feel like
it is a difficult one.
I feel like with the Master Chief Collection, it just is.
There's just so much.
It's just a complete package of like the best of what Xbox is really.
Yeah, but it's the best of the previous Xboxes. That's the thing.
Okay, so it's a celebration of the previous Xbox.
Funnily enough, it reads on the back of the Master Chief Collection, "The seeds of our future are sown in his past."
Excuse me.
The thing is, if we were going to talk about this gen, I would have gone with Gears 5. Because that is actual Gears from this generation. Obviously, they weren't that good. So.
Oh, they get past Forza's.
Forza's difficult though, because that is a fantastic game. But yeah, anyway, on to Sunset Overdrive and the Master Chief Collection.
Right, I've said mine now.
You said yours. What are you saying, Nathan?
Every fibre of my being wants to say Halo.
You can say it if you want.
But
Just lie to yourselves then.
But the Master Chief has not got a blue and white afro, so I'm going for Sunset Overdrive. Well, actually, have we ever seen his face? We could have.
You know, it could be just all under that helmet, couldn't it?
Yeah, that's it. Oh, that'd be amazing if he took his helmet off and it was just your character from Sunset Overdrive.
The final shot of Halo Infinite.
All right. Strange one. I think for its originality, I think for the amount of fun that you can have with it, the absolute bonkers enemies, weapons, traversal system, just everything. And I mean, it did, I suppose, at least for the studio, it was a prototype for a potential other game that we may have to talk about in another top of the pods. I think I'm gonna go with Sunset Overdrive.
Wow, unanimously. I think
Yeah.
so. Have some tussling. So our winner is Sunset Overdrive. Yay!
Woo!
Get those party poppers going.
That's guns.
I found part of that was.
I'm
quite
adding.
I think that was tougher than I thought it was going to be.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. I mean, just breaking them down individually. I mean, they are all really good games, and they've all got the merits. And it just shows. I mean, people have a go about the Xbox and say that he's got no exclusives, but it has. I mean, we've left some notable ones out that we've not played that, from word of mouth, we know are really good that we've just not got around to yet.
I mean, Quantum Break is one I've been intrigued to play.
Mm.
None of us have played it, so we couldn't really include it. Who knows if these ones had been included? Who knows where they might have ended up?
Well, that's it. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, Sunset Overdrive, really fun. A worthy winner, I think.
Really good.
So that was the second top of the pod. The first one being the Pokemon one, and now the Xbox. I think the next one we're going to do is the best PlayStation exclusive of last generation. So that's going to be a really fun one as well.
I can see a lot of hard-fought battles in that one.
Oh yeah.
Arguments plenty, probably.
Definitely. Can't wait.
Yeah, should be good.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah. If you don't know who we are, we're the Joking Dolphin. Only one. And we also do a podcast, the Joking Dolphin Gaming Pod, available on Spotify, Podbean,
Apple Podcasts,
Google Podcasts, all the good podcast providers.
Where you get all your good podcasts from.
Exactly.
Probably.
Maybe.
And we also have a website, jokingdolphin.com, where we also upload the podcast. We do blogs. We've got the forum, and you can keep up with what we're doing on there. We're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Joking Dolphin. So thank you for watching, and see you soon.
See you next time.
Toodles.
Bye.
Bye.